So today I want to talk about Spider-Man No Way Home, and with the trailer that had just recently come out, I kind of want to talk about what's going on with the movie's villains and basically kind of the rumor and the word on the street that's going around right now for it. I'm not necessarily going to talk about any big leaks or anything like that as far as story plot points or anything like that. I'm going to refer to things that we already know about the movie. And when I let you know that I'm speculating, I'll let you know that I'm speculating. So this shouldn't necessarily be potential spoilers for anything that happens in the movie. But just in case anything I say is accurate or ends up happening in the movie, I will potentially say spoilers for things that could happen in Spider-Man No Way Home. I don't know 100%. I'm just going to talk about rumors and stuff. But if you enjoy this video today, feel free to like and subscribe for future Marvel content. So first, I just want to address the fact that it clearly looks like it's supposed to be a Sinister Six type of deal, right? For those of you who aren't familiar with the Sinister Six is just legit a villainous team that's formed of famous Spider-Man villains in the comics that go up against him. Basically, they just work together to try to kill Spider-Man. The Sinister Six isn't necessarily a specific group of villains. It just is, well, I should say it's specifically Spider-Man villains. But it's not necessarily a specific Spider-Man villains. The Sinister Six has changed up a lot in the comics, and as well as, in whatever iterations in media we've seen the Sinister Six in. I think the most recent, or famous at least now, prime example of the Sinister Six would definitely be from the Spider-Man PS4 game. The Spider-Man PS4 game, the main thing in the game was that you had to take down the Sinister Six, and the Sinister Six in that game consisted of Electro, Scorpion, why am I blanking right now? Electro, Scorpion, Rhino, Doc Ock, who was the leader, oh my god, I can't believe I'm blanking on this, Vulture, and I'm really blanking on the fifth one. Wasn't it Mr. Negative? It might have been. I mean, Mr. Negative was a villain in the game, but for some reason I just don't remember Mr. Negative actually being a part of the Sinister Six. But now that I'm thinking about it, he might have been. But either way, the Sinister Six is a very popular and very anticipated kind of villainous thing that people have been wanting to see in Spider-Man movies. I mean, forever. They teased it at the end of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, Andrew Garfield's last movie. They teased it at the end because they teased that he was fighting up against Rhino, and then the post-credit scene, I believe, showed it showed Vulture wings, and then it showed Doc Ock tentacles and stuff like that. So it was teasing a third Sinister Six team-up movie. So obviously, we're basically seeing that unfold here, right? So we have 5 confirmed villains right now, period. So obviously it's not 6. We have 5 confirmed ones right now. We have Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Electro, Sandman, and Lizard. So those are the 5 we have confirmed right now. Now, here is kind of where my issues might come in with this. So the word on the street is that it's not going to be the Sinister Six, and it's only going to be these 5 villains. And the word on the street is that the reason why it's not going to be the Sinister Six is because in the future, Sony is going to develop a Sinister Six movie, like an actual legitimate Sinister Six movie with Tom Holland's Spider-Man still in the forefront, and that they don't want to potentially confuse people who saw No Way Home and then go see the Sinister Six movie down the line. That's supposedly the reason as to why it's only going to be 5 villains. And in my personal opinion, I think that would kind of be BS. And I'm not even going to lie to you about it. I just think that notion is BS. And my reason why is because, like I said, so we got the 5 villains, right? So let's look at the villains that we have. So we have Green Goblin, Doc Ock, and Sandman. And these 3 villains are from the Tobey Maguire's universe, Spider-Man universe. And then we have Electro and Lizard, who are both from Andrew Garfield's universe, right? So those are all 5 villains. My main issue with that is I have obviously nothing against Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Absolutely not. I love their movies. But this is now Tom Holland's rodeo. So this is his Peter Parker's story and his rodeo. And we're going to have almost, first of all, we're going to fall short of the Sinister Six, and we're only going to have 5, and then all 5 villains are going to be villains that don't even relate to him. Like, I understand on some level this is going to give fans some type of closure about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, but to have only all of the villains be not even related to the Peter Parker whose main movie and main universe we're in, I think is a dumb decision. Like, it's exciting that we're seeing all these people again, don't get me wrong, but what's the point of that if we don't even have a villain that mainly relates back to Tom Holland's Spider-Man? I think that's dumb, which is why, and this is just me speculating, this isn't a rumor or anything, I think that the 6th person of the Sinister Six would be Mysterio. If that's the route that they're going and they don't make what would be, in my opinion, a dumb decision, I think the 6th villain would be Mysterio, and obviously the reason why they haven't shown him is because that would just be a big spoiler because he's assumed to be dead, but then I think they'll reveal that he's not actually dead because that's Mysterio's whole thing in the comic is illusions, and he could have had like a non-technological illusion type, not necessarily ability, but he could have known a lot about non-technological illusions, so he still could have faked his death potentially in Far From Home. So I think that might be why they didn't show him or anything, if that is the case. But I just think not only falling short of having a Sinister Six, like, you're literally right there. You have 5 villains in the movie, so not only falling short of it being a full Sinister Six, but also making it so that the 5 villains you do have in the movie aren't even related to Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I think that would be kind of just a dumb decision. Don't get me wrong, I'm going to enjoy the movie either way. But I just think that would be a dumb decision. So, I mean, comment if you agree that it would be kind of dumb or silly, or if you think I might be looking too much into it and you're just excited to see all the Spider-Man and all the villains on screen again. But, I mean, that about wraps it up for today. So, I appreciate you for watching this video.